Hi everybody, Goddess of Chaos here. How you doing this fine evening? Even though I am currently full-time employed and I'm fairly happy with the job I have, I still keep my eyes open. You just never know when that dream job opportunity might present itself. And sometimes you find a job, hey, you know what, I'd be perfect for it. And then you go to an interview, it's just not what you think it's going to be. Luckily though, some of the jobs that I've applied for weren't terrible, but I've seen some of them were just really bad. And that's what this video is going to be about today.
After weeks of consideration, we have decided to go with another candidate who is better suited to our needs at this time.
Meaning they found someone that will take a lower pay, someone they can, take advantage of. That's what they mean.
It was noted during your interviews, you told both our recruiter and the hiring manager that they wasted your time because they were late and that you took time off work just to hear a lowball offer and that we should have posted the salary range in the job description.
And I also understand the frustration of going to an interview and your own interviewers are late. Like, you took time out of either your personal life or your work, so you're not getting paid. And not only that, but they were late. They're not respecting your time, and you're not even working there yet. So what makes you think that they're going to respect your time when you're working there? And just for them to lowball you, that's I'm sure later on in the video I'll think of some situations I myself been in.
We told you that we do this so people don't apply just for the money, after which you replied, "What money?" Thank you for your time and consideration. The gall that some companies have. I have a story like this. When I was applying for jobs, I had a lot of interviews kind of during COVID. I remember I went to one. It was a phone interview first. They didn't call me when they were supposed to. I called them, they didn't answer. 2 hours later, they called me and were very short, didn't even acknowledge that they were late. I get to the second interview, so I go to the office and they are closed. Like, the door's unlocked, but all the lights are off. There's no one at the front desk. There's nobody there. I walk around for like 45 minutes. Can't find anybody. Finally find a guy in like a back corner office. And he goes, I guess you're the interview. And he then told me that it was actually a commission-only position and that they had only put a salary range on the job posting so that people would apply.
I get it. I would be very frustrated too. The reason that you're looking for a job is to not only have a job that you might be a little bit happier with, but higher pay. So why would I apply for a job and without knowing what the pay is, because it might even be less than what I'm making now? It doesn't take that long to just post the hourly wage or the salary on the job description. Now, them not posting it wouldn't necessarily deter me from applying, because you never know, but still, the fact that some companies are trying to hide it, it's a little sus.
So I had an interview for a job, and I walked out that bitch because, hold on, let me get to my car for a second. All right, that's better. So I was having an interview with like 4 other people in the room, and it was asking me about my job experience and everything, job history and like what I like and don't like about the job. And, I kind of just told them I worked, 2-3 jobs at one point at one period of time. And, I worked multiple jobs in the past like 3 to 4 years. And he's like, "Oh, so what made you quit those jobs?" And I kind of just told him, like, bad management, just being real. And he was like, "What do you not like about bad management?" I was like, "Well, if somebody tells you one thing and then they kind of do some underlying stuff to get you fired, just bad management in general, like they don't know how to manage their people." He's kind of just like, "Oh, so you just don't like getting managed." And then, I let that slide. He was just like a little cocky individual. He was just like, "Oh, well, I'm the boss of a multi-billion-dollar company." Okay. And then like he was talking about, "Oh, well, he's unarmed." And the guy's over here, he's armed, so I can be cocky when I want to. Excuse me? And then I'm asking them questions and everything, and they told me to pay. Like, yeah, you can do, these shifts work 5 days a week, 12 hours. But we're gonna have you do the pay is $13.50, and we want you to drive about 2 hours from your location where you live. Excuse me? 2 hours? $13.50? And then it was like, yeah, then also the license doesn't carry over state to state. Thank you for your time. I will see you. Nah. Yeah, no.
Seriously? Oh, he's unarmed and this guy's over here. He's armed so I can be cocky. What? I don't even know what to say. I would have just walked out of there right then when you start talking about people being armed and oh, you don't like being managed. No, there is a difference between being managed and being mismanaged. I've had experiences in being mismanaged. And as I've talked about many times on my channel. Not with my current employer, but in the past. But oh, oh my God, it makes me want to I didn't even meet the guy and I want to smack him. Oh, he's armed. All right, I'm gonna go on to the next one because that was a lot to unpack right there. That was. And while that was a terrible, horrible interview, it also can go the other way. You also get terrible interviewees. I found a pretty good one. Stay tuned.
You cannot make this up. I think this is deemed the worst job interview I have ever conducted. I'm still trying to decide if it was her farting the whole entire interview, sounding like an 8th grade student warming up his trumpet. Or was it the fact that she didn't know what references were? I explained them. She said, "Oh, I get it. Hold on." That's where she picked up her phone. And Snapchat called her friend. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. She's like, "Hey, Zoe, my boss needs to talk to you." My boss. I knew 10 seconds in this wasn't going to work. Along with the farting, she still kept Snapchatting. This is where I kindly said, maybe you should work on your interview skills for a future job that's not here.
We are failing as a society, I swear to God. Didn't know what references were. And, okay, maybe this was her first interview, whatever. I don't know how old this person was. But to call her friend and Snapchat while? I mean, what she should have did was say, "Oh, you know what? I don't have those. Can I email them to you?" I mean, something. Not call them and continue to Snapchat while you're in your interview. "Oh, my boss wants to talk to you." No, she ain't your boss yet. And from the looks of it, she ain't never going to be your boss. No wonder aliens. They're just like, "No, we're not going to Earth." No. I don't blame them. And in my last video talks about the one question that no one really likes to answer. And it's very annoying. But it's, why do you want to work for our company? Because, like, what do you say? So I found a video that helps you answer that question. Stay tuned.
Why do you want to work here is a stupid question on job interview to ask. I mean, we all know the answer. It's money. It's always money. Most of us wouldn't do a job if we weren't getting paid. But you're going to be asked it, so you should be ready for it. So here's how I approach it without sounding like a robot reading a script and without sounding like you're just lying, while knowing that we can't just say, for money. I find one or two interesting things about the company that I know matter to me. And that can be as simple as the industry they're in, the technology they're working with, something you've heard about them, philanthropy projects they do, whatever. and making it clear that you still have more to learn as well. So here's what it would sound like. I saw the job post and I love the software that you all use, and I'm really interested in being in the gaming industry. I thought my skill set made a good match, so I should apply. And I'm really excited that now we have the chance to talk so I can learn some more about you and anyone I meet on the team to really get a better feel for what it's like to work at this company. It's honest, it's not begging, it's not lying, and it's also just not saying the thing that you know can't really be the answer, which is because I need money. And maybe one day they'll just stop asking out in interviews.
So I really like that one. That's some great food for thought. Whenever you're at a job interview and they are asking you, why do you want to work here? Just make sure you do a little bit of research before you get to the interview and pick out a couple things that you like about the company and think, hey, this is how I'm going to be an asset to you. If you're applying for a job at a veterinary clinic, or, just tell them about your passion for animals or whatever. Pick something out about the company that you think you might be interested in and focus on that, because unfortunately saying, oh, I want more money is not the answer that they're looking for, and that will put you to the bottom of their list. In fact, they might just throw your resume in the shredder once you leave the interview. But anyways, so let me know of your really good job interviews or really bad ones. And if you have any tips and tricks up your sleeve that you want to, please leave a comment. Maybe someone will find them helpful. Leave a comment, hit like, hit subscribe, and remember, go out into the world and cause a little bit of chaos, but not during the job interview, please. See you later. Bye.